Hello learners, welcome back to my channel Shraddha's Physics. Now in this lecture we will see the alternating current circuit containing inductor only. Now let us start our topic, that is the alternating current circuit containing inductor only. So let an alternating complex EMF at any instant is V equal to V naught exponential j omega t. Here j equal to root over minus 1, and here only the inductor is present in an alternating current circuit. Okay, this one is the inductor. Now the physical voltage. So if I calculate the physical voltage, then simply we have to take the real part of this. So V will be equal to the real part of V naught exponential j omega t. Again we will split this exponential j omega t into cosine omega t plus j sin omega t, or simply we can say that the real part of this will be equal to V naught cos omega t, because you know when the term is multiplied with the j, so this coefficient is the imaginary part and this one is the real part. So we can write this V will be equal to V naught cos omega t. So this is the expression for the potential. And similarly for the current we can calculate, let I is the small I is the complex current and this dI by dt is the rate of change of complex current at that instant. Now the potential difference across this inductor, for the inductor we can write this potential as V equal to L into di by dt. For the potential we can write V equal to L into di by dt, or simply this di by dt equal to V divided by L. This L is divided here, so di by dt equal to V by L. Or if I multiply this dt here on the right hand side, so the di will be equal to V by L into dt. Again, if I put the value of V, that is equal to V naught into exponential j omega t, here you can see V equal to V naught exponential j omega t. So here this di will be equal to V naught exponential j omega t divided by L into dt. Now if I integrate both sides, then this integration over di, that is equal to this integration over V naught exponential j omega t divided by L into dt. Or simply the integration over di is equal to I, and this will be V naught by L is constant taken outside of the integration over exponential j omega t into dt. And you know the integration over this exponential j omega t will be exponential j omega t divided by j omega, or simply we can write this will be, you can see here this V naught exponential j omega t, this is V. So in place of V naught exponential j omega t, this is V equal to V naught exponential j omega t. So in place of V naught exponential j omega t, we simply substitute the value V divided by this j omega into L. So now the final expression I will be equal to V divided by j omega L. And if I will compare this equation with the Ohm's law, that is I equal to V by R, and here this R is the resistance in case of the Ohm's law, and here you can see I equal to V by j omega L, this is also the resistance. But here in case of the inductor, since the circuit contains inductor only, then this is known as the effective reactance offered by the inductor. It is denoted by XL. So that is inductive reactance, that is equal to j omega L. If you can compare this two, that is I equal to V by R with this I equal to V by j omega L, then this R, or this is denoted as XL, that is equal to j omega L, because the inductor is in the alternating current circuit. So this is known as the complex inductive reactance. This XL is known as complex inductive reactance. And if you will plot the curve between, if you will plot a graph between this XL and nu, you know XL equal to, we have calculated XL equal to j omega L. XL equal to j omega L. Now you can write, in place of omega we can substitute 2 pi nu. So this will be XL equal to j 2 pi nu into L. So this is, if I will plot the curve between XL and nu, then the graph will be a straight line. Okay, so this is the graph between XL and nu. Now we will calculate the physical current at that instant, and we know I equal to again the real part of V naught by j omega L into exponential j omega t. Here you can see the I equal to the value of the current I equal to V by j omega L, or this V equal to, here V equal to V naught exponential j omega L. We know I equal to V naught by L into exponential j omega L divided by j omega. So in place of I, we can write, for the physical current we can write, this is the real part of this V naught by j omega L into exponential j omega t, exponential j omega t. So here we can write, this is the real part of V naught by j omega L into, in place of exponential j omega t, we will write cos omega t plus j sin omega t. In place of exponential j omega t, we can put it. Now this is equal to, again, the real part of, if I multiply this V naught by j omega L with the cos omega t, this will be V naught by j omega L into cos omega t, plus this will be j, and here the j, it will cancel, then this will be V naught by omega L into sin omega t. So in the second term you can see we have cancelled this j term, and in the first term here the j term is present. So the coefficient of the j term, it represents the imaginary part, and the term not containing j, that represents the real part. So here the real part will be equal to V naught by omega L into sin omega t, or simply we can write the sin theta equal to cos 90 minus theta, or cos pi by 2 minus theta, and also we know cos pi by 2 minus theta equal to cos pi by 2 minus omega t equal to cos omega t minus pi by 2, because cosine of minus theta equal to cos theta is an even function. So simply we can write it as, this sin omega t can be written as cos pi by 2 minus omega t, or this is simply cos omega t minus pi by 2. And if I will consider this cos omega t minus pi by 2 as 1, then at that condition I will be equal to I naught, or that is the maximum current. This is the maximum current flowing through the circuit. Or simply we can write this I equal to V naught by omega L, and in place of this cos omega t minus pi by 2 we will substitute 1, and that value will be equal to I naught, or simply I naught equal to V naught by omega L, or in place of this I equal to V naught by omega L we can put I naught, and this will be cos omega t minus pi by 2. So the expression for the current is I equal to I naught cos omega t minus pi by 2. And also we have calculated for the voltage, here this is V equal to V naught cos omega t. So V equal to V naught cos omega t. So let me write V equal to V naught cos omega t, and here we have calculated I equal to I naught cos omega t minus pi by 2. This is omega t minus pi by 2. Now if I represent this in graphically, you can see this is the voltage versus time. So the curve will be like this. This is for the voltage versus time, that is V equal to V naught cos omega t. This is V equal to V naught cos omega t. And for the current, the curve will, for the current, this is current versus time. So this will be just like this. This is the current value is I equal to, current value is small I, that is equal to I naught cos omega t minus pi by 2. So if I represent this in vector form, so here you can see this is the voltage and this one is the current. So the angle between this voltage and current, so or we can say the potential versus the current, this is equal to pi by 2. The angle between them is pi by 2. Or simply we can say that in an alternating current circuit containing inductor only, when the alternating current circuit contains only the inductor, in that case the alternating EMF, it leads the alternating current. EMF leads the current by a phase angle pi by 2. So this is important, that is in case of the alternating circuit containing inductor only, the EMF will lead the alternating current by the phase angle pi by 2. But in case of the alternating current circuit containing a resistor only, then they will be in the same phase, or we can say that the angle between them is, or the phase between them is 0 degree. Okay. So this is all about your alternating current circuit containing inductor only. If you have any doubt, can ask me in the comment section. This is all for today. Thank you.